Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Vice President J.D. Vance, he just laced into somebody, and it was beautiful. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Vice President J.D. Vance is a lot like his boss, President Donald Trump. He doesn't take no guff off at anybody. And so, when confronted by ignorance, he responds in the way that you should respond to ignorance. See, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Krasenstein brothers. I interact quite often with Ed Krasenstein. Me and him argue back and forth a lot. I don't really know his brother Brian too much, but Brian basically put out this post decrying the fact that we hit an alleged drug smuggling boat from Venezuela and talking about legal precedent, and they should have been taken to court and had their day in court, as if they're American citizens. They were declared to be a international terrorist organization. They don't have any rights. They don't. Not in the United States, they don't. And so when he's crying about this, along with a lot of Democrats, by the way, who are crying about this is going to be their 2026 platform. They stand for drug smugglers, illegal immigrants, and not sending the National Guard to help out cities with immense crime. That's a heck of a stance to go into 2026 and 2028 with. Trump is such a political genius for forcing them to take these stances. It boggles the mind how he was able to do this. That being said, J.D. Vance, they talked about, what are you going to call it? They were calling it. He said, I don't give a S what you call it. Plain and simple. And that's J.D. Vance. He's just like his boss. J.D. Vance, 2028. We got to make that happen. I want you to take a look at this and let me know what you think in the comments.
A dangerous position. Let me shut down.
Now, Vice President J.D. Vance taking to Twitter, posting the following: killing cartel members who poison our fellow citizens is the highest and best use of our military. And then Brian Krasenstein replied, killing the citizens of another nation who are civilians without any due process is called a war crime. To it, the vice president replied, I don't give a what you call it. Now, the close fly past, we have the video, took place 2 days after U.S. forces launched this strike on a Venezuelan drug boat in the Caribbean. President Trump said all 11 members of Trinidad gang on board were killed. The State Department declared this group a foreign terrorist organization in February, and a Republican senator on the Armed Services Committee said the suspected drug boat didn't come to all stop when the vessel was warned.
The boat had been warned to stop. They chose not to. They were clearly running drugs. We had been tracking it since it left Venezuela. And this is what you get. You play stupid games, you have stupid results.
Now, Brian, the U.S. Navy has amassed a small armada in the Caribbean: 3 guided missile destroyers, a cruiser, an attack submarine, and 3 amphibious ships, including the USS Iwo Jima, amphibious assault ship, of course, loaded with Iwo Jima up to 2,000 Marines. And many Democrats now say the drone strike on the drug boat was an illegal action.
I think they can get away with this. God knows what they are going to do next. So that's what we're looking to right now, and there is reason to believe that this was not a legal action.
Now, for decades, Brian, the rules of engagement in the Caribbean was to detain these drug smugglers. Warning shots, shoot out the engine, and use Coast Guard law enforcement officers on board Navy ships to detain the crew and transfer them to a Coast Guard cutter. Those days are over. The orders are now shoot to kill, and expect those rules of engagement